Hello and welcome to the ScatterVolt channel, and today, now is the best time to build a gaming PC. Now I know what you're thinking. AMD Ryzen 7000 was just announced, and even RX 6000 was teased, and supposedly nvidia RTX 4000 is going to release later this year. And I know what you're thinking. Why should I build a gaming PC now when I can just wait for these new processors and graphics cards? Well, if you do, you're gonna miss some very awesome deals on current gen hardware, which, let's face it, is not gonna be that much slower realistically in comparison to these new processors and graphics cards coming out from AMD, nvidia, and Intel. So in today's video, I'll be showing off a lot of those current hardware deals and even putting them all together into this build just to show what's possible. So before we get started, I want to give a thank you to Microcenter for sending out all the parts in this video and for thanking you guys for choosing to watch this video. You don't have to subscribe, but a like would be greatly appreciated just so we can pump some numbers up and get some more builds on the channel. Okay, let's talk processors. As you guys know, Ryzen 5000 is on a discount right now, all the way from their lowest end 5600G to their higher end chips, even like the 5800X 3D. But for this video, Intel is having a lot of discounts on their 10th and 11th and even 12th gen CPUs, like the 12700K we're using for this build. This you can get right now for almost under $300 on some days. And at Microcenter, you can also get this as well for around $300. So just crazy performance, cores, and value for that money. And what that also means is the motherboards that go with these CPUs are also going to go on a discount, like this Aorus Elite AX DDR4, which I got for $190 from Microcenter as an open box deal. Not too shabby. Oh yeah, and the RAM too. As we all know, Ryzen 7000 and the new 13th gen Raptor Lake CPUs are going to be moving over to DDR4 Ram, so that leaves all these old DDR4 RAM kits on a pretty hefty discount, like this Acer Predator Vesta RGB RAM kit, 32 gigabytes, and it's actually got a pretty fast speed. It's 3600 megahertz with a CAT latency of 14, and you can get it right now on a discount through using this discount code on screen and get yourself a very solid memory kit for your DDR4 system using, say, a 12th gen CPU or Ryzen CPU. So this right here is the 12700K again, 300 bucks, 8 cores, 4 E cores, technically a 12 core processor. We're gonna go ahead and drop it right in, close down this latch, and like that, that's all done. This is our 32 gigabytes of high performance 3600 megahertz RAM. We're gonna go ahead and put this in where it belongs on the motherboard. Like so. All right, so we have the motherboard, RAM, SSD installed, and now we gotta bust out the Lian Li LANCool 3 and put everything together. Whoa. What a case. Now when it comes to cases, they'll always stay the same for the most part when it comes to the PC market. But for this video, we're using the LANCool 3 because again, it was graciously provided to us from Microcenter. But man, this is gonna be an epic case to build in. Ooh, here's all of our tools and accessories you're gonna need to build in this case. If you thought this tray was enough, like they even went ahead and bagged up everything. Like, goodness gracious, Lian Li. We need a certain kind of screw and I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, got that. Now we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws for our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Even the most experienced need to take a moment and see how to do things slowly. All right, we're just gonna chunk this bad boy in. We already have the IO shield on the motherboard. There's a little bit of plastic though. I'm gonna peel that off real quick. You need to not be here when this motherboard is at full capacity with the graphics card being super hot. We don't want any melted plastic. Holy and Lee, you guys know how to make a good case. This is effortless. Okay, and we're gonna start screwing things in. Okay, now we got that plugged in. All right, get in there. Okay, Lian Li, are you cool enough to allow what I think you're gonna let me do? Please tell me I'm right. Oh, thank you. Oh, there are so many mounting holes. Okay, come on. Where's the right one? That looks about right. This is gonna be a process. All right, in you go. And, oh. Oh, that's a fail. Yeah, that's a fail. Okay. I see. All right, never mind. Gotta try this again. Okay, so after a little bit, we are now here, and this is the current state of the computer. We got everything except for the power supply and cabling and the graphics card, obviously, to put into the PC case, but so far, so good. All right, next up, the graphics card. And this is the other huge reason why you should really consider building a gaming PC right now. Like I said, the next generation of GPUs are technically around the corner, which will make the current generation of graphics cards we've been trying so hard to get our hands on for acceptable prices now really easy to get our hands on and for cheaper than ever. In fact, I want to say manufacturers have been having a hard time pushing out graphics cards to consumers because there's a lot of supply and little demand. So prices are definitely going to go down. And I think the ideal, at least NVIDIA graphics card, a lot of you guys may want to look into is the RTX 3070. And yeah, in comparison to the next generation, this may be like an RTX 4060. But still, this 3070 has plenty of beef. It's running for about $500 right now online and on Microcenter. And for an NVIDIA graphics card, it's gonna be plenty fast, guys. Like for 1440p and 1080p gaming, it's gonna get you plenty of frames per second. I'm gonna stow this away. And then for my people over at Team Red, you guys have already been experiencing some really awesome deals. Pretty much any graphics card from AMD, with the exception of the 6400 and 6500 XT, are gonna be really good deals. Oh, and you know what? The deal's gonna get sweeter too. Not just for the new market, but also for the used market. If you guys recall, this little thing called Ethereum was a big reason why none of us could get one of these graphics cards 1 year ago. But it is officially happening this September. Ethereum is moving over from proof of work, which means you need a graphics card to mine the coin to acquire it, to proof of stake, which means you won't need a graphics card to mine Ethereum anymore. And that is really gonna make a huge hit on the profitability of Ethereum, or I think just completely it's gonna be not useful for mining anymore on graphics cards. So the used market is gonna see a bunch of these too. It's gonna be ridiculous. Are we gonna see 3070s like this go used for $300? That'd be nuts. But it's in the realm of possibility with how many of these RTX 3000 GPUs are out there that were previously used for mining. Yes, you run that risk of getting a mining GPU, but it might be worth it. Don't worry guys, I'll go ahead and spruce up the system later so it looks all clean and aesthetic. But in the meantime, whoa, that is a card right there. Okay, anyways, we're about to finish up the build. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the power supply. Oh, you know what? I should probably plug in the cables first. That'd be smart. All right, this is for our Z690 motherboard. If you're curious, we're using an 850 watt, 80 plus gold power supply from ADATA. This will be plenty for our 12700K and 3070. And just to note, yes, the next generation of CPUs and GPUs from all of those companies I was talking about earlier are gonna go up in wattage. So who knows, maybe the norm not too long from now is gonna have to be like, for a high-end system like this, 850 won't be enough. Maybe you'll need like a 1000 watt power supply or something like that. All right, this is for our graphics card. This is probably for our CPU. And this is for our CPU as well. Let's see, does this have, oh my goodness. I just realized we're gonna have to take out the AIO again because we need to plug in the CPU power and it's blocking it. See what I mean? I cannot access that. We are done for. Okay, so we got the graphics card in. We're definitely gonna have to tinker with this build a little bit later to make it complete, but here goes in our power supply, which again, only 850 watts. That's the absolute maximum you could need for a system right now with current generation hardware, 80 plus gold, modular, all that fun stuff. And yeah. So this is the finished gaming PC build, and to further prove the title of this video, had you built this computer 2 months ago, it would have costed you about $1,900. But as of filming this video in mid-September, it's only going to cost you about $1,700. And that is all thanks to the lowering of CPU and GPU prices, especially on the RTX 3070 in this build that is finally back to its original MSRP. Now once again, for the majority of you watching this video, you really don't need anything more extreme than this, especially if you're just playing at 1440p resolution. You really don't need to look at any of the next generation CPUs or GPUs unless you really need something enthusiast grade and high performing if you're going to be gaming at 4K or doing some really heavy program workloads. But again, for the majority of you watching this video, a 3070 and an i7 is going to be more than enough. So for those of you who are smart and want to take advantage of these deals, like from this PC build here, I'll have them all linked in the description below, as well as in some other links. But of course, I gotta give another thank you to Microcenter for helping make this build possible, like with their $25 off coupon code for all first-time customers to give you even more discounts on top of the discounted parts you can take advantage of with this current hardware generation. And if you don't know where to start with your next gaming PC build with Microcenter, you can use their online PC builder tool that'll take you step by step through the build process and choosing the right parts that'll be all compatible with each other. And once you order that and you build it, you're welcome to submit it to Microcenter's build showcase, where you might get a small surprise that I'm not gonna reveal all the details of yet. Once again, thank you to Microcenter for making this build possible, and thanks to all of you who are still watching this video. Thanks to your efforts, we are still able to make cool builds like this on the ScatterVolt channel, so I want to give you guys another huge thank you. And with all of that said, that is all I gotta say for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the ScatterVolt channel signing out.